Welcome to Long Branch. Here's some fun facts about Long Branch. Long Branch was created on April 11, 1867. This town legally became a city on April 8th of 1903. This town became a city by the New Jersey legislature. The area code for this town is 07740. My group has come to the conclusion that Long Branch is not considered a sundown town due to the fact that from our research, there has always been findings that African Americans live in this community.
In as early as 1910, 9.3% of the residents of Long Branch were African American. Early school photos showed that there were African American students in the Long Branch school system. Here in a photo from 1927 shows African American students as part of a team at the Long Branch School District, which is way before the 1954 Brown versus Board of Ed decision that segregated schools were not acceptable. From 1910 through the 1950s, the percentage of African Americans in Long Branch remained steady between 8 and 9%. Into the 1960s, the percentage of African Americans in Long Branch grew to over 11% of the total population of the town. There was a rise in the number of African Americans in the town of Long Branch between 1960 and 1970, where the percentage grew from 11% to 16%. The percentage of African Americans in the city of Long Branch continued to grow into the 80s, but then began to decrease slightly into the 90s and further decrease into the new millennium. The redevelopment of the town, including Pier Village, can be attributed to the decreased amount of African Americans in the town. As of the latest census, it has appeared to drop down to 14% of the total population being African American. The redevelopment of Long Branch goes beyond the beachfront and into the center of the town, which can be seen here in before and after photos of Woodrow Wilson housing units. This is low-income housing, which is home to many of the minority families of the city of Long Branch. In addition to being a beachfront town, Long Branch is well known for its Windmill Restaurant and its famous hot dogs. Each year during the 4th of July, Long Branch hosts its annual Ocean Fest event, which is held on the boardwalk and is an all-day festival which has food and games as well as the most elaborate sandcastles you'll see along the shore.
The few African American citizens that lived in Long Branch were employed in private homes as servants and laborers, or in grand hotels as coachmen and horse grooms. The author of The City Beyond the Bluff, The Life and Times of Long Branch, Sharon Hazard, stated that they still face discrimination but had more opportunities in places like Long Branch. Hence the migration. The two groups and the city, churches, and schools hold numerous events every January in memorial of Martin Luther King Jr. The Long Branch Housing Authority and the Long Branch Department of Recreation sponsor an annual Get on the Bus tour, in which the students with college potential but low resources or no resources for visiting colleges are taken on a week-long tour of historically black colleges and can speak with college admissions counselors and see for themselves that the options for an education that provides.
In addition to the book, The City Behind the Bluffs, the U.S. Census website was used to gather data about the city of Long Branch. Artifacts from local Long Branch schools, as well as personal artifacts from family members from the town, were also utilized to determine that Long Branch is not a sundown town.